everybody. This is just a little bit of an update video. I know this is coming out at the same time as, or the same day as Content Day. I'll be getting into that a little bit later, but this is just an update video. Sometimes I'll make these, just when I have a lot to talk about the channel, and just when it's like too much, pretty much to talk about over a tweet or in Discord or the community tab. Pretty much just going to summarize what's kind of been going on, all in this video. So, it's not anything new. I've made these kind of update videos before. So it's just way easier just for me to come on here real quick and talk about a couple things. Like I was saying, way easier than making a tweet. Sometimes I make quick tweets and whatnot with the announcements. But in some cases, it's just easier to come on here and make a video. So I'm going to be talking about a couple things and just kind of updating. It's nothing major. Just a couple things. It's nothing's really too crazy is happening on the channel. But just a couple things and kind of addressing some of the things that have been happening. Kind of going to get a little bit personal with kind of things that's going on in my life. I don't necessarily get too much into my personal life over on the channel, unless it directly affects, the channel itself. And usually that's not the case. But I'm going to be getting into some things here, and you'll see, and hopefully it can bring some clarity onto what's been going on. So I know one Sunday, I think it was last Sunday or maybe the Sunday before that, I announced on Twitter I didn't have content. Or there was no content on Sunday. And then the week of the 4th of July, I put out, excuse me, a call there. But on Thursday, I put out Minecraft Adventures, and then Friday, the 4th of July, and then the rest of the week, I didn't put out content, and pretty much bringing us up to today. So I kind of skipped over content, and I didn't make an announcement. I didn't really say anything. And that's kind of in part by, along with the content I didn't put out Sunday, that's just in part by, and if you really follow me on Twitter, if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, I highly recommend it because that's where I post a lot of updates. Discord and the community tab as well. It's important you follow all that stuff for updates and everything. But I know I mentioned on Twitter that I did get a new job. It's working at Amazon. I've worked at Amazon before, but I just recently got reinstated to work at a Amazon warehouse. Without getting into too much. But this time I work the night shift, and the night shift kind of makes things a little bit harder, especially, and I do work on Thursdays and Fridays, which is 2 content days. And sometimes I'll get home, like, in the morning and everything, like, is when I get home, like, early morning. Sometimes it's just finding it really busy to put out content. It's kind of hard. I'm super tired all the time just because of work. And sometimes it's just a struggle to put out content and good quality content that you guys deserve. I don't want to put out like pretty much half-ass content. I would like to put out quality content. I would like to keep up, kind of with our, the good content. I would just like to keep up with it, and I don't really want to put out like boring content or bad content, or half-ass content, as I said. I want to put out good content for you guys because, quite frankly, that's what I want to do, and that kind of brings it down to why I like doing YouTube. So nothing's really going to change, but it's just the case that I've been very tired, and I want to put 100% effort into, my videos and whatnot, and bring quality. So when I'm tired and from work, it's just really hard to do that. So it kind of bounces back to the fact that I kind of gotta, I know I skipped over some videos and didn't put out content, and I've kind of been all over the place. But again, this video is to address all of this. So, and I definitely don't want to stop. I'm not stopping YouTube. This isn't a big announcement. I mean, we received a recent influx of subscribers. We're almost at, I think we're almost at 360 subscribers. So we've been growing. A lot of good view count and everything. So I'm definitely not stopping. It's just things kind of get in the way. It's hard to do a full-time job and also manage a YouTube channel. But that's truly what I want to do. YouTube's kind of a side thing, but I also want to stay committed to this YouTube channel 100% because you know what? The kind of content I put out, it's, obviously mostly gaming content along with some mixed other things and like my thoughts and whatnot and mixed kind of series and whatnot, but mostly gaming content. But regardless, one of the reasons I do YouTube is because it's fun. It's cool to have something to kind of stay committed to and kind of build up. And I built this channel, pretty much from scratch. And I've, worked very hard on it, and I would like to keep committed to it. And I would just like to use the platform to my advantage. And again, I've said this before, I'm not a huge YouTuber. It's, 358 subscribers compared to some of the other billions of subscribers people have. Some of the bigger scale YouTubers, it's nothing. But the small little thing I have, I'm very proud of this YouTube channel, and I would like to use, what I have, the smaller scale platform I have here with the channel. I would like to use that And at the end of the day, I think one of the other things that kind of come into why I like doing YouTube, I want to make people happy. You know, if watching a game, if somebody's having a bad day and then they stumble upon my channel or existing subscriber, one of you guys are, watch my videos, kind of look forward to it. I would like to use that. You know, and not always the case if you're having a bad day, but I would just like to entertain people and make people happy at the end of the day. That's one of the also things that reasons why I do YouTube. And I want to use the, like I was saying, kind of the platform that I have to make the lives around me better. Maybe not necessarily my personal life, and but just the on YouTube, on the internet. I want to make people's lives a little bit better. You know what I mean? If that kind of makes sense, kind of getting deep into it. But if that makes sense, I want to make I want to make people happy. And if they're having again a bad day. Not this might not always be the case, but if you're having a bad day and my videos help out you guys, I would like that, and I would like to make people a little bit more happier. And the joy that is in this world, I would like to bring a little bit more into it. So I would like to make it all around. So that's kind of got a little bit deep there, but that's truly how I feel, and that's kind of brings me around to again one of the bigger reasons why I would like to commit to this YouTube and continue to do it, and that kind of brings me around to I'm not going to stop doing it. This isn't a big announcement to say I'm quitting YouTube. Never going to happen. For as long as I could foresee, I will not be doing that. And that's one of the big reasons why I would like to stay committed to this channel and continue to make good quality videos. So I'm also going to be up to, we'll get into some more stuff towards the end of this video, but it's just a little bit tough just again with my job though. Stay consistent, and especially in the next, past couple weeks is when I've been working. It's just a little bit tough, but I'm going to continue to stay committed to you guys, and content's going to come out. From this video point on, I have plans to have content come out kind of as usual and regularly scheduled. Of course, this video is coming out today, probably earlier Thursday morning. You guys are going to be seeing this, and then there'll also be another video coming out today. It'll be I think I might have the tier list series come out. It's another iteration in the tier list series, and we'll be back on track. So kind of get a 2-for-1 here. I'm coming out with an update, then you guys will see the tier list series video come out later this afternoon if you guys are watching this video on the same day. But pretty much, from this update video on, things are going to kind of get back on track. I'm going to kind of, develop a schedule. I'm going to kind of find time to, commit to content because nothing's changing that, and, commit to the channel and whatnot. And I hope that it really means something to you guys. So, and as far as the college football, and this is kind of off kilter of what I was just saying, but kind of an update with the college football and Eagles franchise series, and those are really the only series on the channel that are kind of intermittently changing, so that's why I mention it. I know college football did just recently come out in the past few days, and I know Madden 26 is coming out relatively soon, I think within the next month or so. I think it's coming out in August, definitely sometime in August. But the college football 25 series and Madden 24 series, for now, they're pretty much going to be abandoned. I kind of hate to say it, but they're pretty much going to be abandoned until I am able to get College Football 26 and Madden 26. I want to get both of them at the same time, and of course College Football 26 already came out, and Madden 26 is yet to come out. So I kind of want to get them at the same time and start up a brand new series, and then I'm not gonna switch to when it comes out in 2027, but I'll be sticking with those series for a while. But the Madden 24 franchise series and the College Football 25 series are pretty much going to get canceled, and no new videos of them are going to come out until Madden 26, and I'm able to get both. So it's going to be canceled. Maybe not canceled. Maybe more of a suspended. I mean, it's just going to be different games, better graphics and updates and whatnot, and updated rosters and whatnot. Madden 24 is extremely outdated at this point. So I'm kind of looking to straightforward those series. I really like doing them. It's just kind of hard, like I was saying, to kind of keep up with the new games that come out every year. So I'll be coming out with that. So it's more of a suspension, and then we're kind of an upgrading. So kind of look at it as that. It's more of an upgrade for the series, both of them. So yeah, it's just going to be suspended, and for lack of a better term, both series are going to be suspended. I think I'm going to put all the videos in the same playlist. I'll just split it up. You guys will see whatever. So yeah, probably not going to be coming out for next month, since whenever Madden 26 comes out. So we'll be getting into that. But that's just really, like I was saying, really the only series that kind of is changing and kind of intermittently changing and having changes done to it and whatnot. But everything else is good. Series are going to continue to go on. I have a couple new series planned that are still yet to come out in the summertime, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, in conclusion of this video, I'm definitely not going anywhere, but I just wanted to announce, kind of what was really going on and why content has kind of been lackluster in the past week or so. And this definitely couldn't have all been explained over a tweet or anything. So it's definitely, like I was saying, it's definitely much easier to come on here and make a, update video. As you know, I've done that kind of stuff before. So, yep, that's pretty much updating what's going on. Definitely not going up, definitely not going anywhere. And I'm going to continue to stay committed to this channel. Starting today, from this video on, we're going to get back on track. I promise. So stay tuned. I still got, like I was saying, I still got a lot of big things planned, and I got a lot of goals set forward for this channel, and we're so back. And yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I guess later today's video, you'll see the tier list series coming out. So yeah, stay tuned for that and future things. I'll see you guys later, and yeah.